Within days, a $61 billion military aid plan for Ukraine might be approved. What kind of weaponry would it get, and how much of an impact might they have on halting Russian aggression? The three most important weapons that Ukraine still needs are artillery shells, mid to long-range missiles, and air defense systems. In these three areas, this is where US assistance may be directed. A third of the shipment is used to top up US stockpiles that have been depleted. Air defense: it is imperative to thwart the Russian menace aerially to safeguard urban areas and important infrastructure, including power plants. Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, stated last week that his nation has already seen attacks from 8,500 guided bombs, more than 1,500 drones, and nearly 1,200 Russian missiles this year alone. Ukraine is equipped with a wide spectrum of Western-supplied weaponry, from the sophisticated and incredibly costly Patriot system to shoulder-launched Stinger short-range missiles. Zelensky stated that the Patriots needed at least 7 new members, or their equal. Due to their sheer quantity, Russia's cruise and ballistic missiles, which include modified S-300 and S-400 surface-to-air missiles, as well as hundreds of drones built in Iran called Shahd 136s, are hard to counter. Overloading air defenses with targets is a tried-and-true method of destroying missile inventories and taking up the tracking and acquisition radar systems. Long to medium-range missiles, however, the ground struggle is essential. Due mostly to a shortage of weaponry, Russia has taken over almost 583 square kilometers, 225 square miles, of Ukraine's eastern regions since October. By supplying guided ammunition from a transportable platform, high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, have been extremely important to Ukraine. Before Russian soldiers can find and strike the launcher, go there, set up, fire, and leave fast. Anticipate increased HIMARS capabilities in Ukraine as well as a possible pledge for additional Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and tanks. Remarkably, the U.S. Army Tactical Missile Systems, ATACMS, long-range variant is reportedly prepared for transfer. Although the government has been using older ATACMS devices since late last year, the more recent model can double ranges to 300 kilometers, 186 miles. It advances the conflict farther into Crimea, which Russia has occupied and employs as a significant naval base under air defense. Artillery rounds not to be forgotten are everyday weapons. 155mm artillery ammunition must be supplied continuously to M777 howitzers. Since February 2022, the US has shipped 2 million of these shells to Ukraine, and this most recent shipment probably contains more. The US claims to have a very robust logistics network to transport weapons to the scene fast. Major General Pat Ryder, the press secretary for the Pentagon, told reporters last week, "As we've done in the past, we can move within days. It's conceivable that supplies have been relocated closer to Ukraine. Once they're turned over, they officially belong to Ukraine. However, because Russian forces are still pounding the east, it may take several days or perhaps weeks to bring the supplies to the front lines, especially the artillery equipment, and F-16 combat aircraft. These are noteworthy now because they are almost ready to be put into service, but they date back before this cash tranche. Currently in Romania, Ukrainian crews and pilots are undergoing conversion training to fly F-16s. The enhanced air-to-ground and air-to-air capabilities of these multi-role aircraft could strengthen Ukraine's air defenses. Within months, the US, the Netherlands, and Denmark plan to ship the first of many Vipers to Ukraine. The jets are another important arrow in Kyiv's quiver, but they won't transform the game. Moscow has responded dismissively, claiming that Russian soldiers would shoot down the F-16s and that they wouldn't really have much of an impact on the battlefield.